we do have a couple of days of more mild weather in the forecast, but then we get right back to these cooler temperatures we've seen recently. And we had a gorgeous sunrise this morning, this picture from Dawson, looking through the trees, and you see a few clouds there. That's kind of going to be our story today, just a few clouds passing through. Thank you to Sheila Jenkins, for that picture. Radar is clear. There's nothing going on today. It's quiet, and enjoy that quiet because tomorrow will be a very different story across our area. 68, 69 degrees across the area. Some could reach up to 70 today. And then overnight tonight, we drop down to 55, 56, 57 degrees overnight. So not too cool, but a little bit chilly for those overnight hours. We do have the jet stream bringing some of this upper level moisture in, so that's going to be those clouds that we will see today. Not a lot of clouds. I think we'll see mostly sun throughout the course of the day. Maybe later in the day we could get a little more cloud cover. But overall, should be overall a nice day, as opposed to tomorrow, which won't be very nice. Here's our next system that will be moving in from the west. And I had to actually start re-recording this because new information is telling us that we could see storms most of the day. We could see showers and storms developing earlier in the morning. As this begins to pull in some of that Gulf moisture and that starts to activate, we could see storms earlier in the day that are not severe, but later in the evening, we will be looking at a more of a higher opportunity for severe storms across our area. Most of the area is in a enhanced risk for severe weather, and I want to emphasize to you that this line, just because you might be outside of that, might be south of that enhanced risk area, if you're in Hillsborough or in Dawson here south of Corsicana, that doesn't mean that you don't have to pay attention. You still need to pay attention to this. It's just the farther north you go, the closer you will be to the intersection of the cold front and the dry line, basically the main point of instigation for these storms. But we do need to keep in mind that we are in an enhanced risk for severe weather tomorrow night. What's expected to happen is that especially in the eastern parts of the area, we'll start to see that moisture activate, start to see some showers, thunderstorms develop. Not expecting severe weather out of that first round, but looks like later in the day, first let me say that there could be some stronger storms with gusty winds, very small hail. It will be later in the day, mid to late afternoon hours, when we'll start to see storms develop to our northwest. And as we've seen in the past, they will start to develop further and further down to the south. This is a little bit why there's this enhanced risk that only covers really the northern parts of the area, because it will be there where the storms mature the most. And really, it's less of a chance to see how far south those storms will develop. Now, if they develop further to the south and we are able to get a really long line, then the severe threat will increase for areas south of where they've drawn this enhanced risk. And keep in mind, too, we're 24, 28 hours out. Plenty of time still for all of this to change. So just wait for changes. Watch for updates on this. I will be bringing those to you over the next several hours. Overall, tomorrow, it looks like the biggest issue they're watching for is hail. So I have that at a moderate risk. But we could also see, I want to say a moderate risk for damaging wind as well. I have not had coffee today. I'm just now realizing that, so I apologize if I'm not able to word correctly. But damaging winds will be a threat as well, so keep that in mind too. It will be gusty already tomorrow. South winds at 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 30 to 35. So even without the storms, it will be a gusty day, but could be some damaging winds with those stronger storms. I do have a low tornado risk here. Now, overall, I'm not looking for a tornado outbreak or anything of that sort. I don't think that's terribly likely, but we do have enough of an opportunity. We could see a few tornadoes across the area out of this system. So let's talk about the forecast overall. Today is pretty pleasant. It's going to be breezy out there a little bit, but we get up close to 70 degrees. Today, overnight, we're in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, we should see showers and thunderstorms starting earlier in the day. So in the morning hours, showers and thunderstorms will be possible. Looks like they'll probably be scattered. Some of those could be strong. I don't think we see severe weather in the morning, but could see some small hail, gusty winds out of the stronger storms that we see. And then later on in the day, we're running around 3, 4 o'clock. That's when we'll start to see those bigger storms popping up to our northwest. And the timing is a little bit unclear here still. It really kind of depends on the timing of the front. So that may help determine the timing of when the storms arrive here. For our area, I would say we probably will need to start watching around 5 o'clock or so. Starting to our northwest around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 or 6, I think, is when they probably start arriving here. But it's not limited to that. Stay tuned. You will want to watch the weather throughout the day tomorrow. Behind the front on Friday, we turn the winds around, but keep them gusty. North winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's cool tomorrow. We're talking 50, 51 degrees across the area. Overnight tomorrow night, though, and that's going to make for, that's St. Patrick's Day as well. So keep that in mind, too, if you're going to be out doing different St. Patrick's Day festivities. Friday night, we get close to freezing. Now, let me tell you, those outlying areas, those rural areas, as well as the areas that are low-lying, because that's where the cool air tends to kind of congregate, you could see a light freeze. So any of those gardeners, be prepared for a light freeze Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday, 54 degrees. We're just a little bit warmer, but again, we're back into the mid-30s. Could you see some low 30s across the area, so just keep that in mind. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, our next chance of rain arrives. Sunday, I think it's late in the day, so I think most of Sunday is dry, but we'll have to see if that holds true throughout the forecast period. Breezy east winds, right around 50 degrees for your high. Monday looks cooler, 50% chance of rain, so that's probably our best chance for showers there, but I don't think it's quite a washout, but I think we'll still see scattered showers that day. Breezy east wind, temperatures struggle to reach 50 degrees, may stay in the 40s for most of us. And then Tuesday, we start warming back up close to 60 degrees with a few lingering showers. So just keep in mind, today is pleasant. If you have any outdoor chores or activities to get done, do those today. Tomorrow looks wet and stormy through most of the day. Stay tuned to South Metro Weather for further updates on tomorrow's storms.